Hello students, in this video we will learn from the chapter 13. Topic is active and passive voice. Okay? Active and passive voice. To learn active and passive voice we have to have knowledge about tense. Okay? So there are two types of voices. One is active and another one is passive. So what is active voice and what is passive voice? Let's see here. So you can see on your screen here on the board, active voice starts with the subject, then verb, then object. Then passive voice starts with object, then auxiliaries or modals, then verb, then by. Sometimes by, sometimes may not come by. This is optional. Then subject. So we can see here active voice starts with the subject, and then verb, then object. Any sentence you say, any sentence starts with the subject. Suppose I am reading book or I am watching this video. I am watching this video. So subject is what? I. So let's write the sentence here as example. I am watching the video. I'm watching the video. You see, subject, that is I, verb, that is am, or auxiliaries also we can say. This one, auxiliaries also we can say. Okay, auxiliaries also we can say for continuous. Then watching the video. And if you get confused here, then you take this one only. I watch videos. I subject, verb, watch, object is what? Videos. Likewise. Then passive, object plus auxiliaries or modals, then verb, then by, then subject. So here we got, this is subject, this is verb, and this is what? Object. For passive, if we are going to transform into passive, then object comes first. What is the object here? Videos. Object done. Then what need? Auxiliaries or modals. Videos. What will come? Auxiliaries are will come. Done. Then what comes? Verb. Which one is the verb? This one is the verb. So this verb, watch, will be ed plus watched. Then by. Then this subject. What was the subject here? This one, I. This side will be what? Me. So you see the sentence, videos are watched by me. This way we'll have to transform into passive. So as I already have said that there are some rules for writing or transforming voices from active to passive or passive to active voice. So for that we have to have knowledge about tense, because all these things depend on tense only. Okay? So tense wise we'll learn here. So tense, you know, present, past and future. There are three tenses and every tense has four types: continuous, simple, perfect and perfect continuous. So we'll go to present tense first. So now we'll learn about present tense. From present tense, the first one we'll take simple present tense, and one more name it has, that is called what? Present indefinite tense. So what is simple present tense or present indefinite tense? Any action which we have habit of doing or universal truth, that is called what? Present indefinite tense. Okay? So there are two types of voices. What are those? Active and passive. Simple present tense active voice formation is what? Subject plus V1 plus object. And passive formation is what? Object plus is or are or am plus V3 by plus subject. This is the formation of active and this is the formation of passive. Okay. Now, as I have already said that any action which we have habit of doing or which is universally true, for that we will use what? Simple or present tense. So any sentence you take, subject, suppose you have habit of eating apple, suppose I eat apples daily. Subject I, V1, eat apples. What? Object daily, adverb. Okay. Now we'll transform into passive this same sentence. For passive, object. Which one is object here? Which one is object? Object is this one, apples. So what we'll write here? Apples. Then object done. Then is, are or am, any one of those. So what will come? Is, are or am. Apples, more than one. So are will come. Apples are. Then this part done. Then this part, V3. Which one is verb here? Eat. What is the third form of the verb? Eat. Eaten. Then comes by. Directly we will write here by. Then subject. Which was the subject here? I. This side will be what? Me. So the sentence is apples are eaten by me. This is what? Passive voice. This one is active and this one is passive. So the main thing is that we'll have to know about the formation. For simple present tense, subject. For active, subject, V1, object. For passive, object is or are or am, then V3, then by, then subject. And this subject, this side is I, then that side will be me. Okay, we'll proceed to the next, that is present continuous tense. Now we learn about present continuous tense. Definition of this tense is present continuous means what? Any action which is going on currently, that is called what? Present continuous tense, which is going on currently, which is in progress, that is called what? Present continuous tense. So present continuous tense, as I said, this present continuous tense, any sentence we can say in two ways, that is active or passive. For active, present continuous tense. For active, subject comes first, subject, then is or are or am plus V1 in ing form. In V1 plus ing also you can write. Ing. Then object. Subjects plus is or are or am plus V1 plus ing plus object. That is called what? Formation of active. Now passive. The formation of passive is what? Object comes first. Object plus is or are or am, then being, then V3, then by plus subject. So formation of active is what? Of present continuous tense, subjects plus is or are or am, V1 ing object. For passive, objects is or are or am, being, V3, by, then subject. Take the example of one sentence. Let's write one sentence, subject. The same sentence we'll use, okay? But the same one we'll use here. I am, eat plus ing, eating. I am eating apples. I am eating apples. This means that eating, that action is going on right now. I am eating apples. That is what? Active. Now for passive. we'll have to find out object from this sentence. Which one is object? Subjects, auxiliary, this one V1 plus ing, then this one object. So this is the object, apples. So objects come first. Apples. Apples. Object done. This one done. Is, are, or am, anyone. So apples, more than one apple. With more than one apples we can't use is, and am we cannot. So we'll use are. Apples are. Then being is compulsory. Directly copy paste here. Just you paste here. Being. Apples are being. Then V3, the third form of the verb. Which one is verb? Eat is the main verb here. Third form of this verb eat will be eaten. Eaten. Then what? Buy. Buy. Then what? Subject. This side is I, then another side will be what? Me. Apples are being eaten by me. Okay? Now we'll proceed to the next, that is perfect, present perfect tense. So now we'll learn about present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. So the definition is, what is present perfect tense? The thing is that if you know the rules, these rules you know, suppose these rules you know, but you don't know where to use, when to use, the time, the period, when to use, where to use, the situation you should know. Only knowing the formation is not enough. Okay, so we have to know the situation where to apply. Okay, present perfect tense. What is the definition? In which case we use present perfect tense? Present perfect tense means action, activity done recently. That action is over, but the result is still with us. That is called what? Present perfect tense. Suppose this is now 10 a.m. You took breakfast. You had your breakfast at 8 a.m. You don't feel hungry yet. That means that is called what? Action is over. Eating is over and not feeling hungry now. That is called what? Present perfect tense. You know? So, same way, active formation is subjects has or have, then V3 object. For passive, object has or have, then been, then V3 by subject. This is for passive. So take the same example, eating apples. Take the same subject. I. With I, have or has? Have will use. Yes or no? Have. Then V3 or third form of that verb eat. Eaten. I have eaten apples. Apples. Now passive. For passive, object. Apples. Apples. Then have or has? Anyone? Have will come. Have. Why have? Not has. Why? Because more than one. Okay? Third person plural number. So have. Then been. Been. Then V3 third form. Eaten. Already we have. Eaten. Then what? By. By. Subjects. This side I, then another side will be me. Apples have been eaten by me. The same sentence we'll write different way. You see, active one. I have eaten an apple. An apple. Not more than one. Here only one apple. For passive, what will be? An apple. An apple has been eaten by me. So difference you can see here. Here apples have, here apple has. Because third person singular number, so it is has. Okay? Now we'll proceed to the next, that is present perfect continuous tense. Before moving to the present perfect continuous tense, I would like to say something that most people make mistakes of using has or have. So it is very simple thing. Just person, you know, first person, second person and third person. There are three persons, three types of persons. Let's little bit check it out. First person, second person and third person. Singular and plural. Plural. Singular and plural. First person is I, singular. Plural is we. Second person is You, plural will be also you. Why to you? This is for singular, it is for more than one, plural. Third person. Third person is what? Except these four words. Except these four words. Whatever the words, the names, whatever you will get in this world, everything is what? Third person. Even your name, whatever. Suppose your name, Jankap or whatever. Jankap, can you see here? In first person also we can't see Jankap. In second person also. Either in second person we can't see what? Jankap. So whatever you take, it will be what? It will be what? Third person. If third person one, anybody's name, then third person singular number. Here will be, suppose take the name Jankap, Jankap. More than one, Jankap and somebody's, then here Jankap and Raju. Suppose Raju. Then plural form. So I would like to say that for first person and second person you will use have. The rest, third person if it is singular then has. Only for third person singular number has. Only for third person singular number has. The rest will be have. Okay. Now we'll learn about present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. So the definition is that any action which has been started and it is still in progress, not finished yet. That means in simple we can say that not reached yet the destination. That is called what? Present perfect continuous tense. Suppose you have been traveling. Suppose your traveling started yesterday and still you are traveling, not reached your destination. In such cases, any activity in such cases will do or will apply present perfect continuous tense. So the formation of present perfect continuous tense, the active formation is subjects, then have or has, then been plus V1 plus ing, then object. Formation of passive of this present perfect continuous tense. What comes for passive first? Passive, for passive, object. Have or has plus what is the formation of passive of this present perfect continuous tense? You look here. Objects, have or has, then been, then being. V3 by subject. Sentence you take, the same sentence. I have been eating apples for 2 hours. Subject, I have been eating apples for 2 hours. That means the person, the doer, is eating apples for 2 hours. Suppose it is now 2 p.m. It is now 2 p.m. So that eating apples, that activity starts or started at 12 and it is still in progress, we can say. So for 2 hours. So transform into passive. Let's see. Object first. Which one is object? Apples. Apples. After object, have or has, any one will come. Which one will come? Have will come, because more than one. Third person plural. Apples have. Then been. Have been. Then being. Have been being. Then V3, third form of the verb. Eat. Eaten. Being eaten. Then by. Then by. Subject, this side I, another side will be what? Me. Apples have been being eaten by me. It is in passive form of present perfect continuous tense. Here newly one thing we got here, for 2 hours. For 2 hours. For 2 hours. In present perfect continuous tense, we get two words, for and since. Now we'll learn about where to use for and where to use since. Okay? You can see here two sentences. There are two sentences you can see here for and since. First one, I have been eating apples for 2 hours. For 2 hours. Then another one is, I have been eating apples since 10 a.m. So what is the difference? Here you are exactly mentioning the time when you started, 10 a.m. In that case we'll use since. And for, I have been eating apples for 2 hours. That means the time period you are saying, how much time it took. In that case we'll use for. Activity started at what time? You are not mentioning in that case, but you are mentioning the period, how much it took. For that case, in that case we'll use for. And here you are mentioning exactly the time when it started. Since 10 a.m. In such cases we'll use since and for. Since and for. I hope you understood. That's all for today. Thank you.